All right, what do Floyd Smith, Jerry Meehan, Don Luce, Danny Gare, Gilbert Perreault, Mike Foligno, Michael Pekka, Donald Audette, Stu Barnes, Jochen Hecht, Tony Ludman, Brian Soupy Campbell, Craig Rivet, Brian Gionta. What do they have in common? Anyone? Three of them are sitting right here. What's the common denominator?
We're all going to get
starts with a C.
We're all going to get together Saturday night.
What? Yeah.
We're all part of something.
You guys were all invited to a party that I wasn't. Yes, Captain's Night, October 5th, right here, home opener, New Jersey Devils in town, and they will honor some of the past captains that could make it back. And three of them are sitting with me right here in studio, and very proud to say that. And not only that, I think what's even more amazing is that between Don Luce, Danny Gare, Michael Pekka, Craig Rivet, and Brian Gionta, you guys all live here, which is I find to be, not a lot. That doesn't happen in these cities, Gio. I don't know how many guys stick around in the Anges, and the Anges in Jersey, But I mean, like.
And Floyd Smith.
Floyd Smith is he here as well?
Yeah, he lives in East Aurora.
I see him. I didn't know that he was here. Yeah. I see him at the events and stuff, but I didn't know if he comes in from just on the other side of the border. Floyd Smith is here as well. That's something I think is it's not overlooked. I think locals know that, but league-wide, I don't think people understand how many former Sabres actually live here. Welcome to the show, Tickets.
It's great to be here. Thanks for inviting me. Appreciate it. I'm looking forward to a golden year this year, as they call it.
Well, you were here for that year, weren't you?
It's good to see the boys here. Yeah, I was almost there for the start of it. I'm 5 years into it. I came in 75, but your body feels like you're in a golden years. But no, it was nice when the Sabres called and asked me to go Saturday night along with Gio and Rivs. I think it's going to be a great night. First game at home opener, and we're going to do some festivities prior to the game, which is kind of nice for the fans. And
you guys going to be getting all sauced up before the game, are you? Hey?
No.
A couple of brown rockets for the boys. Hey? Take the edge off before you walk out. Who's the first one to slip on the carpet? That's my question. Who's going down? I think River gets awfully stiff in these situations. He'll walk out there. All right, I'll lay off. What did Tickets say when he came in? What did he say?
It was little. I said, Gio, you can call me Tickets anytime I go to Rivs. You can't. Jokingly, though.
No, you didn't.
Craig.
No, you didn't. You gave me the stink eye. Give me the stink eye. Tickets
about it.
All in fun. All in fun.
I just got that.
All in fun.
All right, so what do we expect, Tickets? We got Sabres tonight in Pittsburgh. Let's talk about the big guys, all right?
Yep.
We were just having a conversation about Jack Eichel. There's more 100-point guys nowadays in the league, and I think there's going to continue to be more scoring. And I think Jack's a guy that if this team's going to, get close to that playoff spot, he's got to propel them with his offense. Not that he hasn't before, but maybe become that elite superstar scorer. And is that unfair pressure at this point in a kid's career?
It's funny you say that because I was at the Sabre luncheon, the kickoff luncheon the other day, and then Duffer was on with a little hot stove with Jack and Jason Botterill and the new coach, Ralph Kruger. And when he introduced Jack and started talking, he says, his fifth year in the league. I was like, 5 years he's been here? I mean, it's like he goes so fast. But in saying that, I thought, what Jack said, to me, I found a little more relaxed atmosphere with him. He seemed a little more calmer, because Jack's, I met him a few times, and he seems to be, obviously because he's the captain of the team, okay, we're talking captains here, he's upset when things don't go well, as he should be, but maybe carries it a little more than he should. He's that type of person. I think he wants everything done right. And
less pressure with more help, maybe?
Well, I think there's a combination here because, like Gio said, on the depth side of it, it does take pressure off of that. And you try to, any captain, when we were captains, we always leaned on older veteran players. We leaned on our assistant captains or guys, anybody in the team that could give us advice to be a better captain. And I think a coach is very important in that regard also, because he's the first step to management, whatever. You need to have that rapport with the coach and the assistant coaches. But mostly I see that with Jack said that Ralph has been a very positive influence. So, I mean, I think that is part and parcel of how he can maybe be more comfortable, have more fun with the game, see the game, in a different light. To me,
Maturity, too.
Maturity, absolutely.
Just physical or mental maturity. Jack's going into his 5th year in the National Hockey League. He's 20. He's going to be turning 23 on October 28th this year. He's a veteran hockey player. He's seen a lot of downs. He's seen some ups. He's played world championships. He's seen more now and been a part of more now, where he's able to channel those emotions, and he understands that he's wearing the C, but that does not mean that you have to put the team on your shoulders and have all the ups and downs all on you.
I'd say the last few years is safe to say that he might have carried a lot of that burden.
For sure. Well, he's feeling like but as you get older, you realize that you win and lose as a team.
Right.
And Jack's a big part of this, and he needs to do his part, and he has done his part, but you made an absolute great point.
And who would you state for the record who that person is you're referring to?
I'm going to say Andy Peters. And you said
Andy.
And the backhand, there it is. His backhand right there. There's nothing I hate worse than being called Andy.
You talked about Jack Eichel looking at this as, less pressure with more help.
Right.
And that is a true statement. I mean, right now, Jack has not had a lot on this team to help him guide this team in the right direction. But you can see that there has been moves in the past year that you can start to see that there's more depth coming into this lineup, which means if those guys do their jobs, that's going to take a little bit of pressure off Jack Eichel to solely win games for this hockey team. Because right now, if Jack Eichel does not go out and produce, then this team does not win games. Mm-hmm. If you have Austin Matthews not produce in Toronto, he still has John Tavares, still has Kapanen, still has
Mitch Marner,
Johansson,
Bill Nylander,
Barry, Tyson Barry. I mean, they have a very deep hockey team, and there's not pressure like Jack has here in Buffalo. And as we're getting a little bit more guys in, a little bit more depth throughout the lineup, it's going to take a little bit of pressure off Jack, which I think will in turn give him probably more production.
I'll ask all three of you this question before we go to break. Who should feel the pressure on this squad this year? Is there a player in your eyes, for whatever reason, you think might feel pressure, whether it's a contract, whether it's a makeup season for a tough year? Who might have pressure or high expectations on themselves? Maybe pressure is the wrong word. But we're athletes. We're athletes.
There's a lot of guys.
I think
everybody.
Everybody needs to have that pressure.
Yeah,
everybody has to have that urgency. Feel the pressure. Feel that, hey, it's not okay just being in the NHL. We are starting to build a team that can excel and be winners in this league. And it's not up to expectations if you don't produce and get to that point. And it's on everybody. Yeah. It's not on Ikes. It's not on Rhino. It's not on Skinner because he signed a huge deal. It's on the collective group that they all need to be better together and start moving in the right direction.
Yeah, I don't think they have the opportunity after the years that they've gone through to feel comfortable. I mean, you want in your first game to make that impression and carry that through the season. And from what in the discussions and what I've heard from Ralph Kruger, that's the part of his MO is feeling that, making sure this team is connected. Everybody they talk is connected, which is a great word as far as a team goes. They're all in it together. They're all, a band of brothers, if you want to call it. But I just think it's a fresh start, a new start, and that's the best part. I remember my first game or first games of the season were excitable. Energy was there, and you get a brand new clean slate.
Well, that's the best part about starting a season.
Yeah.
It is without question. If you had a great season the season before, you wanted to get back because you wanted to continue.
Exactly.
But then there's the other guy who did not have a good season, and he's saying, this is the greatest day that I've had in a very long time.
oh God, not again.
Because you just took an eraser and you have a clean slate moving forward. So this opening game is great for a lot of guys on this team. And you know what? Listen, for me, pressure and stuff, pressure is going to be different for each individual on this team. And there's going to be a lot of guys that have pressure, but it's going to be probably the pressure that they put on themselves.
Right.
Like Jeff Skinner signed a big deal. So he's got to go out and perform and score goals for the team to help us win. But that's the pressure that he's going to put on himself. Sam Reinhart is in a contract year. Jimmy Vesey is in a contract year. They want to play well, and the pressure is going to be
contract years.
Yeah. Which is a good thing, I think.
Casey Middlestat, for an example, the pressure on him is the pressure he puts on himself. I need to go out and perform and live up to the expectation of being an 8th overall draft pick for the Buffalo Sabres. I need to continue as a young player to get better.
So let me ask you captains one thing before we go. I know that was the last thing I said. So are you saying that it's bad mindset to go out on the ice with the mindset of don't make a mistake, don't make a mistake, don't make a mistake, don't make a mistake?
Is that what you had?
Every game you played.
That was 3 minutes a night for 229 games. Don't make a mistake, don't make a mistake, don't get on the video tomorrow. Don't be on the video tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey, anybody remember that?
I used to visualize just shooting the scoring goals. You know,
Well,
right,
yeah,
Gio?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
all
for
you
sure.
did.
Tunnel vision, eh?
Well,
Take it.
but-
Don't
Fire
forget,
the
you
puck.
did have line mates, eh, Danny? I'm going to shoot from here.
No, that was my MO, you know, and the line mates understood, and we
Yeah.
all understood each other, so.
Well, that's actually a good point because you were a shooter. Jack says he wants to shoot more.
Yeah, let
which
him
means
shoot. I
let
think
him
he should. He's got a great shot. I mean, he zips it. I mean, I think he should shoot. I watch him all the time. I go, shoot, shoot, shoot.
Yeah.
He's a little he overplays it sometimes, that's all.
But I think, you know why? I'll tell you why. And not that I can get into the head of a superstar, but when you watch it, he's an unbelievable passer too.
Yeah, he is.
And I think deep down inside, I think he's unselfish. I think he's afraid. Man, I could be wrong. To look selfish if he rifles a puck when he could make that play.
But
is that,
it's also
is
getting.
that not right?
Yeah. No, I think I agree with you in that. But also sometimes you have to be selfish in shooting too. I mean, that's a bad. I mean, I looked at it because I was a scorer and I played that way. You had to do that. That was your role, is to score goals. So
49 goals for you, right? 3 times you scored 49?
yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. I just wanted to hear you say, no, I got 53
No,
times.
no,
Big one.
I know what I did.